The number of children who had come to America seeking asylum that have since been detained has exploded to the highest number ever recorded, more than 5 times higher than just last summer. Of the 2,654 children separated by the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy, 136 are still in U.S. custody without their parents. 3 of them are under 5 years old, and the parents of 96 of those children have already been deported.
No somos invisibles. Las abuelitas estamos demostrándole que sí tenemos voces, que tenemos corazón, que esto tiene que parar. Esto no puede seguir. Esta crueldad, mi nieto es mío. No le pertenece al gobierno. Esta caravana que hoy vino nos trajeron amor, esperanza, lucha, que tenemos que seguir luchando. Tenemos que decirle a este mundo, a este gobierno racista, que esto no puede seguir. Gracias por venirnos a dar la fuerza que necesitamos.
And I'm sorry. 100 times I'm sorry. We love you.
Thank you.
We love your children. And we will do something. I promise you will do. We're strong together, yeah?
We will not be silenced.
This summer, hundreds of grandmothers traveled from all over North America to the U.S. border with Mexico in McAllen, Texas.
Shackling them like slaves.
Day 2 with the grannies on a bus.
Day 3, I'm here with Rajna.
At the moment, emotions are playing too much. I don't know what to think. Every time I'm looking at something, I feel like crying, and every time I look at something, I feel there's hope.
We joined the original caravan in New York City and made stops at detention centers all across the country. These grandmothers wanted to see with their own eyes what was happening. Their message of compassion and their appeal for common-sense immigration reform resonated all along the way until the final stop in McAllen, Texas. The first grandmother we met was Rachna, a natural-born storyteller.
If I prick you, you're going to bleed the same color blood that I am. And if you're lucky enough, matching blood will be found for you when you need it. Right?
Sitting alongside Rachna in a cramped van for 8 days, I would quickly be reminded of just how much more we all have in common than there is that divides us.
Equally likely that in that refugee camp, in that internment camp, there is somebody with your same blood group. Right or wrong? Right. So how are you any different from that? God made us the same. We are the ones who have put the divisions.
You're gonna love Rachna.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Really, Rachna is something else.
That's great. How do you say it again?
Pardon?
How do you say your name again?
Rachna.
Rachna. Okay, yeah.
I'm Rachna. I have 4 grandchildren. It's easy and it's hard. It's easy when you're saying it. 10 minutes later, what the hell was her name? Call me whatever you want, but with a smile. If you frown and say, even if you got it right, I didn't hear you. Smile and say, it's easier. The first one I met was Anne in New York.
I feel like I should go and talk with Ellie.
Okay.
So if you will keep an eye on
I
this
will keep
stuff.
an eye on things. Okay. I'm very good at sitting down.
She was actually very good at a lot of things.
You know me.
Okay.
Giving
I'll
me a
find
mic
you.
to talk, I love it. Anytime.
She loves to talk on the mic.
Surprise, surprise, right? I'm surprised that people want to hear me. My kids will be surprised. I have always loved talking. My grandmother was an immigrant. My parents were immigrants. I became an immigrant when I came here. In India, I was born in India.
For so many of the grandmothers, their personal stories of discrimination, of prejudice, and hatred in its ugliest forms is what eventually motivated them to go on this journey.
As parents and grandparents, it is our duty to make the world a safer place.
You know, my background is that I'm a secular Jew, and part of my identity is that I need to stand up and fight for justice.
When I saw these children, the pictures of them hiding behind their mothers, the mothers looking so desperate, it brings back memories. It brings back conversations which I had with my grandmother, with my father, with extended family members. It comes back to you. The whole world is one big family, because when ancestors were refugees. It was people who were supposed to be the enemy country, Muslims, ground place Muslims who were helping my family to cross safely.
Saying we're all one family.
Yes, we are.
So this could be a family portrait.
It is a family. What do you mean could be? It is a family
So
portrait.
let's take it. Ready? Family portrait. Click.
On day 2, Rachna met Edith, her host in Pennsylvania.
You do a lot of driving either?
No.
If you don't mind me asking, what is your age?
My age?
If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 94.
Wow.
Growing up in Nazi Germany, I saw what can happen when enough good people don't do anything. My mother and I were sent off to Auschwitz. We got to the railroad station, and kept everybody out of the train. And we're walking along the station, and there's a German officer, and he said to my mother, "You go that way," and to me, "You go that way." And I said, "But that's my mother." And he said, "Well, you see her in 20 minutes, she's going on the bus and you will be walking." Well, that's the last I ever saw of her. And then it took me actually days to find out what happened to the people who had gone to the other side. They were sent to the gas chambers.
God bless you. God bless you. It's so sad that we human beings haven't learned anything.
I feel we have to get involved. If people, you can't stand by and not do anything.
So we are going this long way to give those children love, right?
Yeah.
We are going to give them so much love, and they need to know that there's love waiting for them. They need to know that.
This morning, though, we're going to be 7 vehicles and a motorcycle. Is Tim here?
So this is Dan. He came up with the entire idea of going on this trip.
I just wanted to, have a little moment where we just kind of not a prayer per se.
Raise our spirits, show America that people fear, people love, and
Dan is paternal, he's patient, and he's pissed off.
I couldn't get the image out of my head of my own 3-year-old being in a cage and just it's one thing to have prisoners, but children as prisoners, children have so many needs all the time. Would he be trying to talk to another 3-year-old in the next cage? Would he be asking the other 3-year-old where his mama is?
So after watching the shocking news unfold, as the Trump administration began separating children from their families, Dan took to Facebook and asked if a group of grandmothers might want to drive down to the border with Mexico.
I hadn't been able to cry it out or anything. I'd been just all tight about everything. And then I watched that Rachel Maddow segment where it was the news in the world was so bad, a journalist couldn't report it,
Trump administration officials have been sending babies to at least three tender age shelters in South Texas. Lawyers and medical providers. I think I'm gonna have to hand this off. Yeah.
It was centers where babies are detained or in jail. And I'm gonna cry again. That segment just set me off so bad. I literally fell to the ground. I just got on my knees and sobbed out a week's worth of crying that I wanted to do. Because I was picturing my Henry,
Henry's your 3-year-old?
Yeah, my 3-year-old. It's sick.
Then, in the news there's so much about hatred, about how much every community seems to be fighting and hating the other community. But we were so many grandmothers and other youngsters also from all different parts of the country. And there's so much nonsense about this is fake news and that is fake news. I'm seeing for myself what's actually happening. I've read it in the news and it hurts me that human beings can treat each other that way, especially educated, caring human beings. And we are, aren't we?
It wasn't just that Rachna had all the answers. She also somehow had all the right questions too.
You know, when I hear people saying that these people don't deserve it, what do you mean these people? We're all people. In what way are you different from the person over there? In what way? You both have two eyes. You'll both have one eye. You'll both have that one brain. How much you'll use it is a different story, but it is one brain. Right? If we unite, no child can hurt. No child can be hurt. There's no question of your child or my child or his child. No, they're children, and that's all that matters.
So we just crossed the border from Brownsville, Texas into Mexico. As you can see under this blue tarp, there are some of the people who are going to be seeking asylum. They tell us that they're waiting their turn. They were told that they have to come back because it's too busy.
Estoy esperando a mi hija porque ella necesita pedir asilo a Estados Unidos. El peligro que corremos es que hay conflicto agrario entre dos pueblos peleándose. Es que tiene miedo porque hay enfrentamiento de diario.
I was just looking this side at the beautiful sunset and wondering when the American dream became an American nightmare. Because that's what it feels like to me. It feels like a nightmare. We are America the beautiful. Why are we destroying it? We should be proud. Everybody wants to come here. All the hardworking people want to come here and uplift us and join hands with them. I'm not sick. This is all emotion coming out.